everyone. Firstly, it's such an honor to be here among the powerful women tonight, all of you breaking barriers, building legacies, and redefining what leadership truly means. There's a quiet revolution at play here, and it feels commanding and it feels unstoppable. Thank you, Haroon, for recognizing this force. When I hear the phrase, a moment of lift, which was the theme that this celebration is about, I don't think of an individual success or any single success story. I think of a strategic act of faith, a moment when someone believes in your potential just a little more than you believe in yourself. Every single one of us in this room stands on the shoulders of that initial lift, may it be from a mentor, a friend, a family member, or sometimes even a role model you watch on television. And I believe our greatest responsibility is not to hold the ladder, but to become the elevator. Actually, why elevator? Become the spaceship for individuals around you. We often hear that you have to take the power. You have to take the power is what people say, that people don't give it to you. But over time, I've realized that true power isn't about taking it, it's about making space. We have to hold the door open. We have to make space at the table. I've also come to realize that when we intentionally lift others, we're not just elevating them, we're raising ourselves and our entire community to new heights that we could have never done alone. Haven't you felt that too, that powerful moment or that quiet truth that in lifting others, you actually end up elevating yourself? When you get a call from your friend, when you make them feel better, you're actually making yourself feel better in return as well. It's actually the most beautiful kind of selfish. By lifting others, we lift ourselves. At Vedanta and Hindustan Zinc, we don't just talk about making space, we're engineering it. With our 500 plus women engineers, we built India's first all-women underground mine. We built India's first all-women rescue team. We created India's first all-women aluminium pot line. And these weren't just social milestones. They sent a powerful message that no space, not even a kilometer below the earth, is out of reach for young women in India. And let me tell you, some of the most inspiring women I've met are not in the boardrooms. They're 1,000 feet underground, operating loaders, driving trucks, managing blasting operations, and making safety-critical decisions in high-pressure environments. Take Sakshi, a young girl, for example. The first woman in her family to work outside the home, let alone in mining. When she told her father she wanted to join the underground team, his reaction was, "But this is not the kind of job any women in our family do." She replied, "Then I'll be the first." Today, she's not only thriving underground, she trains new recruits. She's gone from being questioned to becoming the one everyone turns to for answers. These women are not doing women-like jobs because there's no such thing. They are drivers, engineers, rescuers, and miners, and they are exceptional at what they do. And then there's Rajvi, a young woman who's part of the LGBTQI community. She once told me her dream was to buy a home for her mother and to adopt a daughter of her own one day. She's from the ruralist part of Rajasthan that you can imagine. She didn't know if her identity would ever be accepted in this part of Rajasthan. But she found her purpose and dignity. She found it in her career, a career that respected her for who she was. She is today the head of security for the entire smelter site. And 2 years ago, she told me that she bought that house for her mother. And last year, she adopted a baby girl, her daughter. She didn't just find employment, she found empowerment. That's the kind of India all of us in this room are building together. One where growth is measured not just in tons of output, but in tons of impact that we create. Today, India stands at a remarkable crossroads. The world is talking about clean energy, critical minerals, and sustainable growth. But in India, these are not just buzzwords, they're becoming a way of life. From renewable energy to responsible mining, we are providing that progress, and purpose can and must go hand in hand. What makes it deeply, or what makes me deeply hopeful, is that women are not just participating in the sector, we're leading it. We're engineers, scientists, entrepreneurs, change makers, redefining what the next decade of India's growth will look like. As I look around this room, I see India's future, bold, compassionate, and inclusive. A generation of women rewriting not just their own stories, but the story of a nation. Women who understand that the real lift is not vertical, it's collective. Because when one woman rises, she is a ripple effect. She brings her entire community, her ideas, and her unique perspective with her. So tonight, as we celebrate each other, I want to leave you with one simple thought. Strong women don't wait for doors to open. They build their own doors and they invite others in. And that's how we create a moment of lift for ourselves and for someone else. So build bravely, question assumptions, break systems that weren't made for us, and then engineer better ones. Because empowered women don't just build bridges, they become them. And if anyone says, not yet, we reply, watch us. Thank you.